Hello everyone, I am Ayush Agarwal from ABES Engineering College. In today's lecture of Database Management System, we'll discuss the concept of subqueries in SQL. In our previous lecture, we have covered the basic of SQL. We have discussed the concept of SQL statements, in which we have discussed about the DDL statements, DML statements, DCL statements, transaction control TCL statements, and the different commands under it, right? Now, in today's lecture, we'll discuss the concept of subqueries in SQL. We'll discuss that what is subquery, how it works, and how it works in SQL. So let us start with our lecture today. So basically, a subquery is a query within another sub SQL query and embedded within the where clause. So basically, just like as you can say, a loop in a programming language where we can use a inner loop and outer loop, and you can use a nested loop there. In the same way, in SQL, we can use subquery or nested query. In this way, a subquery and a nested query is a query within another SQL query, which can be embedded within the where clause. We will discuss that how it will use and where and in which clauses we can use the subquery. But till now, we'll discuss that it is being used in the where clause. Now, a subquery in MySQL in a MySQL is a query which is nested into another SQL query and embedded with select, insert, update, and delete operation along with the various operator. So this SQL query or this subquery can be embedded with the select clause, in the insert statement, in the update statement, or with the delete statement along with the different operators. We will discuss one by one, right? Now, a subquery is also known as inner query because it will be executed first, and after that, the output of this inner query is given to the outer query as an input. So, first of all, if we have a subquery, so basically, first of all, this subquery will execute, and what will be the output we will get from this inner query? This will be given to the outer query as an input. Now, the inner query uh, basically, if we talk about this inner query, so it is executed first, as I already told you. It will give the result to the outer query, and then the main outer query will be performed. Let us discuss with the help of an example here. So basically, if we talk about this select statement, so you can see here this one select, uske baad we will provide the select list. It means the column list, then from which table you want to access, where, and then expression, right? uh, Expression, after that we will use the operator, and after operator we have used, this will be your inner query. Under that, we have the basic select query in this. Select list from table, right? So this will be the syntax of using subquery in SQL. Now the subquery executes once before the main query. I have already told you, first of all, the inner query will execute, and after that, the result of the subquery is used by the main query as an input, right? Now, we have here problem, first of all, that who has a salary greater than ABES. So, right? So first of all, we want to know what will be the salary of this ABES. Right. After that, we can give the answer that who has the salary greater than ABES. So in this case, while we execute this query, first of all, we will execute inner query, and in this inner query we will find the salary of this ABES, the last name whose employee's last name is ABES. So here we have provided that the select salary, after that from employee is the table name, and then where last name equals to ABEL, and the in this case we will get some salary here, right? And after that, this will be given to the outer query as an input. Now that then after that, this outer query will perform, and what we have done here, select last name from employee where salary is greater than Which one? Which will be given to the outer query by the inner query, and that will be this salary. And whose salary is this? This will be the ABES salary. So we will provide the salary greater than ABES salary, right? So in this manner, we will execute the query of in subquery in SQL. Now, a subquery basically it will be enclosed in brackets and can be used under select clause, from clause, where clause, and having clause, right? So these are the syntaxes. If we talk about a select clause, so we can use the subquery in select clause. How? We'll see that. Let's suppose we will want to provide the average salary of the employees also. So what we can do, we'll provide this ID, people will provide this e-name, then salary, and after that this will be treated as an another column in which we want to display, and here we have provide a inner query, right? So in this case, first of all, this inner query will perform, or this inner query will execute, and this will provide the average salary from the employees, and this will give to the this average salary attribute. Okay, and after that we have provided the employee table name, right? So we can use this subquery concept in select clause. So if we talk about from clause, so yes, we can also also use this subquery concept in this from clause. How? Select asterisk from, and after that we have given here inner query, and after providing this will be the table name, right? So select asterisk from, select ID, e-name, salary from employee, so it will be returned ID, e-name, and salary from employee, and this will be treated as the table name, right? So this will be case where from where subquery can be executed, or can be used or embed in the from clause. We can use in the where clause also. We have already seen the previous example in the previous slide, that select ID, e-name, salary from employee A, where salary, and then after that we have provide the inner query. So in this case, first of all, this inner query will perform, so it will provide the maximum salary, and here we have provide the operator. So basically it will give the employees information. Here means ID, name, and salary of those employees whose salary is equal to the maximum salary of the employee, right? Okay. Now, this subquery can also be used in having clause also. Having, in which group by clause. So we can use this in basically having clause also. So how we can use that? So here we have select department from employee. After that we have used group by department, and after that this having clause. Having clause is the condition applied on the group by, right? And after that we have used sum of salary is equal to, and after that we have provide here the basically the this one subquery. So in this case, first of all, what will happen, it will provide it will execute the inner query. After that it will provide the some output, and it will give to the inner query, right? So in this manner, if we talk about a subquery, so it can be embedded with the select clause, from clause, where clause, and having clause. Now we have two type of subqueries here. First of all, we have a single row subquery and multiple row subquery. What does it mean? It means that if we talk about this subquery concept, so we have here main query and we have here subquery. We know that first of all, subquery will execute and the output of subquery will be given to the main query, right? So single row subquery means that subquery will return only single value, only single value it will return, right? And if we talk about multiple row subquery, so in this case subquery can provide multiple data, right? Multiple, it will provide uh, multiple rows or multiple values, right? So this will be the difference between basically single row subquery or multiple row subquery. We'll discuss one by one here. So if we talk about the single row subquery, it will return only one row. As I have already told you that the inner query will provide only one row, and it uses single row comparison operator. And what are the single row operators? Like these: equals to, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to, and not equals to. So these are the operators which can comparison only single value, right? So let us take an example here. Let us take this first example. So in this case, what we need to do, we need to display the last name, job ID, and salary of those employees whose salary is minimum among the employees, right? So what we need to do, we need to find first of all the minimum salary among the employees. So in this case, what we have done here, we have find the minimum salary among the employees, and this will be provided to the outer query, right? So now we have mentioned here last name, job ID, salary from employees where salary is, and what will be the output which will be given by the inner query, right? And you can see that it here we have used this single row operator. It means that it will accept only single value, right? If we if in this particular example, if I have written, let's suppose, select uh, salary from employee, right? In case of this particular subquery, if we write this subquery, select salary from employee, so it will return multiple salaries. And here you have used single value operator, right? So it will not provide any output, and it will give you an error, because the single row operator will accept only accept only single value, right? Now next example. In this case, what we have to do, we have to provide the last name, job ID, and salary of employees whose job ID is equals to the job ID of the employee who has employee ID as 141, and salary is greater than the salary of the employee ID whose employee ID will be greater than 143, right? So what we have done here, here we have used the single row operator equals to, and here also we have used single row operator, and here we have used two subqueries here with this and clause, right? So first of all, what will happen, it will be provided job ID from employees where employee ID equals to 141. So it will provide me the job ID, single job ID, and it will give to the outer query. And in this case also, it will provide the salary whose employee ID is 143, and this salary will be provided to the this particular outer query. Now after performing the inner query, what will be the outer query will perform? Select last name, job ID, and salary from employees where job ID equals to this particular output which we have got from this particular inner query, and salary is greater than the output which we have returned from this particular subquery, right? So in this case, single row subquery works. Now we have multiple row subqueries. What does it mean? It means that it will return multiple rows. It can return multiple rows, right? So basically, if we talk about uh, multiple row subquery, so in this case, the inner query will return multiple rows, and for those multiple rows, to accept those multiple rows, we have some operators, like we have here. We have in operator, we have any operator, and we have all operator. What will in operator will do? It equals to any number in the list. So basically, if we have more than one number, so it will no, check or compare with the all the values under those particular list. And if we talk about this any operator, so it compares value to each value returned by the subquery, so it will return only the particular value. Now if we talk about all operators, so it compare again value of every value returned by the subquery. Let us take an example and understand with the example here. So here we have used this subquery, right? And here we have used any with this less than, right? And if we have used this any operator, it means that it will accept, or it will accept multiple rows. It can accept multiple rows. So what we done here, select employee ID, last name, job ID, and salary from employees where salary is less than any. And now we have used this subquery, select salary from employee where job ID equals to IT programming. Now let us understand, if the job ID is IT programming, will have, let's suppose three values: 200, 300 and 400, right? So what will it will do? Select employee ID, last name, job ID, salary from employee where salary is less than any of these, right? And after that we have used that, and job ID is not equals to IT programming, right? So in this way, this particular multiple row subquery will work. It will accept any, all or in operator. It will accept, or it can accept multiple rows, and based on these multiple rows it will accept the value. Now, in this case, if we talk about where salary is less than any of these, right? So, if we have a salary, let's suppose 100, so can it will accept? Yes, because it will be less than any of these value. Now, let us suppose that we have any employee whose salary is 500. So, will it be less than any of these? No, it will be greater. So, it will not accept, right? So, in this case, 100 will be accepted. And in the second case we have used this all operator. So what does it will do? So let us take another example. Let us suppose we have got three values here: 200, 300 and 400, after applying this inner query, right? And job ID is not equals to IT programming. Now what it will do? Less than all of these values, right? So if we have 100 value, so will it accept? Basically 100 is less than all of these values. Yes, 100 is less than all of these values, so it means that this value will be accepted. If we talk about 500, so 500 is less than all of these values. No, it will not accept. If I have taken 150 here, so it will accept or not here? So salary is less than all. Yes, 150 is less than all of these value. No, so it will not accept. But in this case, if we have, let's suppose 150, right? So will it accept or not? So salary is less than any. Will 150 is less than any of these values? Yes. But if we take about 250, so is 250 is less than any of these values? Yes, it will be less than 300 and 400. So it will be also be accepted, right? So this will be the case in multiple rows subquery in subqueries in SQL. So these are the references from which the content is being taken to create this video. If you like my video, so please like and share. Thank you so much.